Hello and welcome to Megawatt, the Tech Week in View. I'm Katie Scott and we've come down to London's Kingly Court, which is shopping heaven, to give you a rundown of this week's hottest news stories and what we thought of them, so make sure you stay tuned. So Project Kangaroo is in trouble. For those of you who don't know, it's a joint initiative between Channel 4, ITV and BBC Worldwide, and the whole point is it will be a one-stop shop for all of their video on-demand content. But here's the problem. The Competitions Commission has basically said it's not fair to other broadcasters, so Sky and Tiscali are now celebrating. But does this mean Project Kangaroo will never happen? Well, they've already lost their CEO. He left after just 6 months. And if they take into account all of the Competition Commission's guidelines, it won't be any kind of service at all. So I have to say, we're not very optimistic. So this week's biggest launch was the Nokia N97, and Engadget is already lauding it as the most exciting S60 phone on the market. But is it an iPhone killer? Nah. And here's for why. The features are really impressive. You've got Wi-Fi, a GPS, you've got the 5-megapixel camera, you've got 30 frames per second video recording, and so much more. And it's a really nice looking model, but it's not an iPhone killer. And the reason is, it's just a really different phone. You don't need to compare it. You can like the N97 and you can also like the iPhone. So all of those people who've started comparing them are really missing out on something. This phone will appeal to people who like Nokia and like what they've done before and think that they've done something really, really special and really new with the N97. They're not the people who are buying the iPhone. So if you're one of those people who stood out in the dark and the cold to get your hands on T-Mobile Android G1, you might be slightly naffed off now because T-Mobile has announced that they're actually bringing down the prices. So initially people were paying £40 a month to get the phone for free, and now the price has been brought down to £30 a month. Well, lots of people were very disgruntled. We had lots of emails, lots of messages. So we contacted T-Mobile and they said that if people got in touch, they'd see what they could do for them. But we've had people contacting us since and they're saying T-Mobile will do absolutely nothing. We want to know what the story is. So if you are one of those people who has contacted T-Mobile, one of those early adopters, please do get in touch with us and let us know what's happening. So it's done it fairly quietly, but Amazon has finally launched its MP3 site. And the reason this is exciting is all of the music is DRM free. So what does that mean for the punter? Well, it basically means that you can buy a track and then use it on any music player, including, of course, your iPod. With iTunes, you buy a track, you can only use it on your iPod. But the other reason this is exciting is price. It's a credit crunch at the moment, and Amazon is selling single tracks for just 59p, which is cheaper than iTunes, in fact 20p cheaper. So what do we say? It's only got to be a good thing. Amazon has done deals with all of the major music players, so basically the tunes on there are comparable to iTunes. They have a really good range, so we say go and check it out. That was a Tech Week in View. I'm now disappearing off to do some Christmas shopping, but make sure you join us again next week, and in the meantime, have a lovely weekend.